So here's a quick update on the Army Lieutenant Nazario, who was violently arrested by police officers in America. He's filed a lawsuit against them, and we're still waiting to hear any resolution on that. But this gentleman here, Joe Gutierrez, who in our previous video he mentioned like, oh, I get why there's so much tension and why he would sue, because of all the race tension stuff, making out like, oh yeah, this guy sued because I'm a white officer arresting a black man, obviously he's going to sue me for that because I look like a racist, or he can make easy money from it, when simply the case that he had no actual reason to arrest this person, and he was violent. He's very aggressively, to the point where I would say it was a violent arrest. Pepper spraying him for no reason. His dog, Nazario's dog, was in the back, and he was also choking on with the from the pepper spray. So this was so unnecessary, especially since it was over not having a license plate when there was a paper license plate attached to the car at the back, when all you had to ask was, can I see I can't see your license plate, that's why we stopped you. And then the lieutenant would say, it's there, you can see it, and to show them the license plate, and that would be job done, police go home. But no, this douchebag here, Gutierrez, decided he wanted to be Judge Dredd, and thinks he's the law. So one of the two officers, Gutierrez was the leading officer here, in Virginia, accused of assaulting U.S. Army lieutenant by pointing their guns. Oh, I forgot to mention that. I don't know how I forgot that. They were pointing guns. They were ready to kill this man. I can honestly say, I think they were ready to kill him. And pepper spraying him during a traffic stop have been fired. So one guy has been fired, Gutierrez. Officer Gutierrez was terminated from his employment after an investigation determined he did not follow policies of the local police department. They also kept telling Nazario to take off his seatbelt, and if he had done that, I reckon they would have shot him on the spot. They would have said he's reaching for something, and boom, murdered him. The firing comes after Army officer Karen Nazario filed a lawsuit against the two officers in federal court over what court papers say was a violent traffic stop on the 5th of December, where officers pointed their guns, knocked him to the ground, pepper sprayed him, and threatened to murder him. So it's very obvious why these police officers were looking for trouble. Black man in a nice car, can't be having that, huh? Nazario, who is Latina and black, alleged Gutierrez and Crocker violate his constitutional rights with his lawsuit, including assault, illegal search, and illegal detention. Earlier on Sunday, Virginia Governor Ralph Northam said he was directing the Virginia State Police to conduct an independent investigation. It should not be, the Virginia Police should not be doing an investigation into their own officers. It should be a separate police department, or maybe you get someone who is independent, like the FBI, involved to investigate this sort of stuff. Because police officers investigating other police officers, as we've seen in the UK, it does not work. They will not do this against their own. That's why that saying, a thin blue line, exists. Because they do not care. They will not do this to their own. That's how some of these police officers are, because they're scared if they mess up, or if something happens where they're implicated, the other police officers will back them up, the police union will back them up. Windsor Town joined the governor in calling for an investigation of the incident by Virginia police and a full review of the actions of the two police officers. So it's just a quick update on this story. One of the officers, this man here, has been fired, so that's good news. But what we have to make sure, or what at least Americans have to make sure, is this man is not hired by another police department, and there are proper background checks when and if he applies to join another police force, because this man is dangerous. And if he's let back in a squad car, if he's let back within another police department, if he's let back in any other police department, I think he will murder someone. This gentleman here, he is not a good human being. Anyways, hopefully Nazario gets the justice he deserves, because these officers, hopefully both of them get fired, because both of them were involved in this, even though this dude here, Gutierrez, looks like the leading officer, and hopefully he gets a big payout. He gets a big payout from this, because they should not have treated anyone like this, especially not a person who is in the military. I thought you Americans, I thought you Yanks respected the armed forces. I guess that doesn't count if you're black, huh? Anyways, I'm going to leave it there. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one.